What's rolling, brawlers? Viva La Hunt here with all the cheese and your things TCG. Back with another Bakugan Pro review. Here to review an awesome and I think the final Secrets of the Geogan Bakugan Pro starter set. So I believe this one is the Pyrus Fenneca. I think it has Ventus Pinsatar, and then Chaos Drago Core. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the back real quick, and then go ahead and just jump right into this awesome starter set. Alright, brawlers, up first we got the cores. We got a Yellow Shield plus 400B, Pyrus and Ventus. A Magic Shield negative 400B. A Red Fist plus 5 damage. A Green Fist plus 2 damage. A Green Fist 100B, August and Pyrus plus 3 damage. And last but not least, a Yellow Shield, Ventus and Pyrus 400B. So on to the Bakugan cards. Up first we got Chaos Dragonoid, double Green Fist, 600B, 4 damage, and on Victor you get a scan effect. We got Ventus Pinsatar, Magic Shield, Yellow Shield, 700B, 1 damage, and on Magic Shield, 4 damage. And last we got Pyrus Fenneca Ultra, a Yellow Shield, Red Fist, 500B, and 5 damage. Alright, on to the Bakugan. Up first we're going to go ahead and roll the Chaos Dragonoid. So here it is, very, very bright, actually. We'll go for a Green Fist. 3, 2, 1. Bakugan Brawl. Boom, Green Fist. So here it is. You've seen this a few times. I believe this is in a 5-pack and also in a 3-pack. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's where it comes from. So, yeah. Next up, we'll show Ventus Pinsatar. We'll go ahead and go for that Magic Shield. 3, 2, 1. Bakugan Brawl. Boom. There it is. Very, very beautiful. Alright, and on to the next Bakugan. Alright, brawlers. And up next, we got Fenneca Ultra. Go ahead and look at it. It's pretty good looking, actually. Very, very red. Blood red, to be exact. So, we'll go ahead and close it. Quite simple. Just close the head like that. Go the 2 flaps, I guess, and then the tail. And then make sure that little clip isn't like blocking it, because then it'll keep you from double rolling. Or double coring, sorry. So just double core, you just got to do it backwards. Have the little green thing face forward. Mark out your cores, and you go 3, 2, 1, Bakugan Brawl. And then boom, double core as always. So you see that? That's actually like the max it's supposed to get. So it's like anywhere between, I think, like 950 is where it's supposed to be. So yeah, it's pretty good. Or sorry, not 950. Like 1150, 1250. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and move these up a little bit and move on to our action cards. Oh, let's move them down like right there. That's pretty good space for them. All right. And now we'll move on to the action cards, the whole, starter deck. All right, brawlers, up first, we got our Chaos card, Electric Howl, 1 cost for plus 2 damage and 1 Frost Strike. That's actually pretty good. Get 2 of those. Next up, we got Silk Bolt Barrier, 5 cost for 900B and Scan. Get 2 of those as well. We got a new art, the Halt Outsiders, 3 costs for something non-Chaos. 2 of those. We got Ray of Pyrus, 1 cost for 3 damage, and Stoke. When you play this card, you may pay an additional 2 to gain this second effect a second time. Gain the effect a second time, sorry. Get 2 of those. You got Swift Flames, 1 cost for stopping Darkness and Chaos. 2 of those as well. Got Power Strike, 2 costs for 4 damage. Draw 1, then discard a card. I believe you might get 2 of those. Searing Strike, 2 costs for 400B. You get only 1, I believe. Oh, it's 2. Oops. So 2 of those. Pyrus Overload, 4 costs for 500B, and remove all Bakugan cores attached to a Bakugan and place them onto the field. Cool. 2 of those. You get Fuel to the Flame, 2 costs for energize the top card of your deck uncharged. Stoke. When you play this card, you may pay an additional 2 energy to gain the effect a second time. You get 2 of those. Fusion Super Saw, 3 costs for draw 1, may energize a card from your hand uncharged. And Stoke. When you pay this, you may pay an additional 2 to gain this effect a second time. 2 of those. There's the other Power Strike. Sonic Scream, 5 costs for 10 damage, and Scan, 2 of those. We got Feather Wall, 1 cost for stopping Aquas and Chaos, 2 of those. Cool. We got Bakugan Supreme Charge, 5 costs for 100B, 1 damage for each energy card you have in play, and Stoke. When you play this, you may pay an additional 2 to gain this effect a second time. So you get 1. G-Force Drop, 1 cost for negative 300B, and Scan. Ooh, new art, turn to energy, 2 costs for energize this uncharged. 2 of those. Ventus Fortitude, 3 costs for negative 500B, 1 draw, and Stoke. When you play this card, you may pay additional 2 to gain this effect a second time. 2 of those, awesome. And we got Always On Offense, 3 costs for reveal the top card of your deck, then give a Bakugan damage equal to the card reveals energy cost, draw 1, and Stoke. When you play this, you may pay an additional 2 to play this effect a second time. That's not bad at all, actually, to be honest. Boulder Block, 5 costs for stop any attack, and if you have Stoked a card this turn, you may pay this card 3 less. Ooh, Strata the Hunter. 3 costs from you make Stoke a card for free. Awesome. Ventus Earthbreaker, 8 damage, or 8 costs for double strike and shadow strike for 1200 B and 3 damage. That's actually very, very high for an 8 cost gear, so wow. There's that second G-Force drop. We got Ventus Aerial Strike, 4 costs for negative 400 B, negative 4 damage, and if a scan or scourge effect allows you to look at this card at the top of your deck, reveal it, and give negative 200 and negative 2 damage. 2 of those. Burning Bash, 2 costs for plus 4 damage, and remove an enemy Bakugan. And Stoke, you may pay 2 to play this a second time. You get 2 of those. And then you got Burn Breathe, 3 costs for destroy an energy, and if that card is a Chaos card, you can charge this uncharged. So that is all the that's all the action cards. We'll go ahead and move on to thoughts and opinions. So we'll be right back. All right, brawlers, on to thoughts and opinions. We're gonna go ahead and do some honorable mentions up first. And first, I'm just gonna honorable mention like all of the new flip cards. Like they're just they're all decent in their own regard. They're covering stuff that hasn't been covered. One is pretty much doing the same effect as the Inspire, but it's a little different. The final the Fuel and the Flames is decent. You're getting more energy out of it, but it's just honorable mention. And then of course having those 2 other new flips to stop new stuff. So those are the honorable mentions for the flips. We'll move on to some action card honorable mentions. We'll go ahead and mention some of the rares. We're going to go ahead and, I guess, Nature's Earthbreaker and Bakugan Supercharge are kind of the same thing. This is very high in terms of just, like, you know, raw power. And this is pretty good in terms of, like, just energy, like, gaining B power. But they're just too high cost. I don't find them very playable in these type of decks. So, with that being said, I just don't. There's honorable mentions at this point. The Ventus Aerial Trick, Pyrus Overloads, and then the Turned Energy. Of course, Turned Energy is good because it's the new art, so, you know, that's just there for that. Pyrus Overload is good because 500 being removing all cores is decent, but it's just, you know, for 4 costs, it's still kind of, like, out there, so. And then the Ventus Aerial Tricks, this is only really for the Scourge deck, or Scrounge, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's just the honorable mention because it kind of has its weird place in here. You don't really have scan effects too much in the Stoke, the keyword, but hey, it's there. And the last one is going to be Burn Breathe for 3 costs. It does destroy an evoke or an energy card, which is kind of decent, but for 3 costs is too high. And if it's only Chaos, it gives you that effect, it would just kind of, you know, lame, useless. So we'll go ahead and move on to the actual best cards of the set. So up first, we got G-Force Drops. 1 cost scan and negative 300 B is very, very good. It isn't 500, but it's still a scan effect, which is going to allow a lot of these, you know, Scourge effects to go off, or Scrounge effects, sorry. Next is going to be Ventus Fortitude. Although it is a 3 cost, it still will allow you to get negative 1,000 and, you know, for 5 and 2 draws, which is pretty good. Or just a 3 draw, the 1 draw for 3 costs and 500. So that's pretty good. We're going to go with Super Fusion, or Fusion Super Saw, sorry. Well, 1 draw and energizing a card from your hand is pretty good. And then, you know, paying another 2 energy to do it again. And if you have that, you know a certain card out, you can do it just for free. So 3 costs isn't too bad for that. I think it's pretty good. Pretty much in the same boat is going to be Burning Bash. Negative, you know, plus 4 damage and removing an enemy Bakugan is pretty good. And then doing it again to gain the effect the second time is actually pretty good, because then you can just remove your enemy's other Bakugan. So it's just, you know, it's pretty decent. And then we're going to have Always On Offense at 3 costs. To pretty much, it's like a dam slash like Air Zero, but instead of playing it, you draw it. And then you get damage based off the energy, which is pretty good. So that's pretty good in this you know, this little set. Next card is going to be, of course, the card that's going to start everything is Strata the Hunter. This may stoke any card for free, is actually very amazing because it turns on all these for free. So you just pay the 3 costs and you can play the second effect for free, pretty much. So that's really good. And then the last card is going to be Electric Howl for the 1 cost, 2 damage, and 1 Frost Strike. Although it is a 1 cost, 2 Frost Strike or it is a 1 Flaw Strike, it's still a lot, all things considered. Your opponent's only going to have 1 energy, so if they don't have a 0-cost card, then they're pretty much just out of the way. So, with that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this structure deck. Will you be buying this one? I do love the new artworks as well. I've been waiting a lot for these, so I'm just kind of probably going to buy more and just make a deck out of these certain things. So, with all that, let me know your thoughts and opinion, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Keep it rolling, and I'll see you next time.